Hello, Social Dragoons. My name is Alex, and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae, half-genie hero. In the last video, we managed to get through Mermaid Falls, and in today's video, it's gonna be side quests. I'm gonna be real with you. But I also decided to take a couple of minutes to show off, well, one of two things. In the very beginning, you saw my sub screen, right? Well, it had a special item in there with the fruit and bottles and the steak and whatnot, right? That is called a monster egg. Now, in the next main story mission that we're gonna do in the next video, you can get it off of an enemy in there. But I found it a lot more consistent if you go back to Mermaid Falls and grind the Nagas for it. Because there is a good chance that they will drop the egg if you manage to kill them, essentially. And also, yes, I decided to show off the jug dance because it is a very good dance. So that way you don't have to go back to previous levels and keep grinding. You can simply just go into the bathhouse, take a dip in the water, and transform into the jug. Now, the jug makes money by either shaking the analog stick or mashing the D-pad or face buttons. For my version, I don't want to press the X button because that will stop the dance completely. Now, this Shira looking character right here, she will have a special item for you if you give her a monster egg. Basically, she doesn't like how the spa works, and she wants protein, like that one dude in, what was it, was it called a Gretzko? But, yeah, so, essentially, you just give her a monster egg, and she'll give you an item in return, which, in this case, is a heart holder. As soon as past me actually, there it is, a heart holder. Think of this as like a heart container in a Zelda game. Basically, it extends your health bar. But unlike Zelda, you just have to collect one and that's it. You don't need pieces. You can just find the heart holders themselves. They are oftentimes a reward for a side quest. So, yeah. But speaking of side quests, that's pretty much this whole thing. And the main one that we're going to do right now is to go back to Main Street, actually, which is still on fire and under attack from Tinkerbats. Because you can't really change the levels. Well, I imagine that for the dev team, they wanted to keep a bunch of stuff working. Well, wrong word. They wanted less hassle to work with their freaking words. I can't English right now, okay? I can't. So I think to save some hassle, they decided to barely change anything. That's what I wanted to say. Crap. Though they did add a new enemy here, and that's these starfish things. You know, these things that kind of look like a Starro the Conqueror from DC. Yeah. They have something to do with a very special dance that we'll get to a little later. But like I said, that's for another time. So, now, unfortunately, you can't exactly pick which part of Main Street you go to. I think without the warp dance. I think I never actually tried using the warp dance before. Um, I would just honestly recommend that you get it for the jug dance. But yeah. So anyway, you do have to go through this section of the game again, but it is slightly different from the first time that you went through. So it's not all bad. Plus, although I will say that it is a bit of that is a bit of a downgrade that we don't get a dance through the danger again. But you know, I kind of get where they're coming from though. So it's not that big a deal. So, in case you weren't reading what the characters were saying, we gotta head over to Main Street and specifically the second act. Well, I say the second act because technically there's the one that we went through. There's the boss fight at the very end for your first time playing it, which turns into a warp stage, or not warp stage, a warp pad. But we gotta talk to this girl. So, hold on a second. Hold on a second, I need a drink because I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is not all here today. Sorry about that. Sorry. So, oh, crap, I dropped it. So, we are here to help out this girl who owns a who owns a restaurant. I kind of alluded to this in the first video, but basically, it's the area with the three doors, or not doors, three windows. But now we gotta take out 30 of the pirates that are just randomly popping out of there. Oh, but here we get an upgrade called the Monkey Bullet. Basically what this does is that it allows us to dash off of a wall if we're in the monkey form. It can be handy and is also pretty good for some platforming skills, but you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the monkey dance, to be completely honest with you. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. But yeah, this is. It's not very difficult, and you are kind of. Well, I say kind of. You are pretty much. Like you're supposed to go back to older stages with the new gear that you got so you can get more items. Like there are a couple things that we can get with the crab dance that we got now, but I would rather save that for later. Plus I never fully remember where I can get everything or when I can get them, so yeah. You know, it is what it is. But hey, at least we got the health permit. And now that we have the permit, we need to head on back to the girl so that way we can show her that hey, she can file a claim to get a restaurant back up and running again. But yeah. And this was pretty much the majority. Well, I say majority. It's like halfway through the video. I mean about. Oh yeah. And here is where I really started to suffer from just the monkey transformation's tight jump. Well, I say tight jump. high jump along with my B button not really working well with me. So, yeah. So, now that that's done, we have salted caramel, which we need to head back to Sky's hatchery in order to give it to the girl that is in the shop. Now, you are given hints of this if you talk with the characters one by one, though you don't necessarily need to talk to all of them if you know how to do it already, which normally is how I would do it. Oh, and yes, sometimes there is more than one of the same collectible in a stage, because you saw that we only got like one heart holder from Main Street, right? But yeah. So I figured, like, while I'm here, I may as well talk about some other stuff. But, well, I actually thought about talking about something, but I don't think I'm in the right position to be talking about that because, well, one, I got no real knowledge of how it works. I'm not the smartest dude around, and I make that very clear. Like, I am not. It's like All-Star said, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. So, yeah, I think I'll just keep my thoughts to myself on that one. So, oh well. But I mean, like, I could probably talk about the game itself. Like, visually speaking, I think this is great. I think this is a very, very appealing game to look at. That's what I'm looking for. My brain was thinking too fast. So, I like how everybody has these little animations to them. Like, there's one character that we're gonna see later who just like it almost feels like a lot of these characters have like some kind of a dance thing going on. But, well, I'm not exactly sure how to explain it, but, well, I guess we'll figure that out later, right? But now that my damage is I am feeling pretty good about some of the stuff right now because I got like some of the stuff that I probably should have gotten. Although I do need some more cash. So so yeah, we're just gonna take a few minutes to grind with the jug dance. But so anyway, I figured I could probably tell you guys like what's gonna happen at least until one particular playthrough is done, because if you noticed on Wednesday, I finally uploaded my I started to upload my my Leaf Green playthrough, right? And I am still I freaking words. But I mainly decided to do this because I don't necessarily want to be stagnant, I guess is the right word. Like, I don't want you guys to get bored of just seeing Shantae until I finish the game. So I figured, okay, we'll throw Pokemon in there just so that way you guys don't get too bored. Though Though I don't blame you. If you get bored. I'm not exactly the most entertaining guy in the world. You know, especially on my own. I mean, like you're hearing it in my voice right now. Like I am just stuttering over myself like a motherfucker right now, and well, it's mainly because I'm trying to keep myself somewhat composed. Trying to at least act somewhat professional, but you know, it doesn't always work. Hang on a second, you swig. Sorry about that. So the main thing that I am trying to do, at least for Shantae right now, is that I'm trying to upgrade the what was it, the bubble shield, so that way I can get invulnerability, which is fairly broken if you have an item that will allow you to have infinite magic, and that other thing that allows you to cut your magic consumption in half. Like you can stay in your bubble like twice as long if you get it and use the invulnerability. But also, I think what I'm going to do is that I am going to grind off screen so that way I can get the scimitar, which is probably the strongest. Well, I say strongest, the most consistent spell in the game. I'm just gonna call it a spell because Shantae can shoot fire out of her fingertips. Like where is she summoning these pike balls and scimitars, right? So, yeah. So, I'm just trying to get that right now, and also I believe I'm also trying to get enough so I can get the faster whip speed, because okay, so there's shampoo and there's also conditioner. A shampoo boosts up your power. I know that. What was it? A conditioner, in the context of this game, boosts up how fast Shantae's base attack is. So, in the beginning of the game, you saw just how fast Shantae was when she was just trying to do her headbangs, right? Well, when it's fully upgraded, she's like 3 times as fast, and I believe it'll do 9 damage per hit. Cause when we left off, I think I was doing 9 or so, but I don't fully remember. So, let's see, what I get from the shop. Which one did I get? Silk cream, that's what it was. Okay, so I got that, and I believe I think that was already it. So, yep, so the base attacks are, the base attacks are maxed out. So I figured, you know what, let's just try to get on with the main story, or at least try to, at least try to tease for what's going to happen next. Oh, right. I also forgot to mention that you're meant to get a copper ore for Mimic, and And the only way that you're going to able to do that is by going through side quests, which is what I did. But now, we got an amnesia subplot. And I love this little line of Shantae here. He has a case of the olds. I don't know why, but it's so insensitive and yet so fucking funny. Like, Shantae, that is your blood right there. I mean, though, I mean, like, I don't know why it's affecting Bolo. Like, Bolo's not exactly the brightest bulb in the box, you know? Like, no idea why it's affecting him, so whatever. Oh, and here is a rare instance. The mayor is out in Main Street. Normally he'll be in that building to the left right there, which is the art gallery for the game. Now there is some kind of I can't get the right words out. There is some incentive. Thank you. There is some incentive to finding keys in order to access the art gallery, because you'll be given a special item. Plus they're also like really nice to see. I think the art was for a fan contest. I want to say it was that, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, so now we have the map to Tasseltown, and we have to head over to Sky, who is basically filling the quota of a dumb blonde, because if you look at her face, you know. But well, though we will take care of anything going on in Tasseltown in the next video, so I'll give my voice a bit of a break for now. So if you enjoyed the video somehow, then please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps out a lot. Until next time, Celestial Dragoons, remember, reach for the stars.